We are going to play some Blood Bowl now with the pet collection because we got one more day to try and get our 3 last games, and I think we're on game 17. I should check really. 9, 12, 16. No, we're on 16, so we've got 4 games left. Well, I'll play 1 game. I may play 2, but I'll try and get some stuff done with the Necromantic team and try and pick up a couple more trophies at the end here. Well, how are you, Almiko, anyway? And congratulations for Silver. Congratulations for promoting from Silver. I forgot where you were for a second. I've literally just looked at your team, but yeah, congratulations on that. All right, so on to pet collection stuff then. So our team, we've picked up 4 trophies. That's all we picked up 5, but one of them died, which really sucked. He died in 1 game. We're going to try and level up Hans this game because Igor got knocked out. He got killed, sorry, a couple of games ago, and Hans hasn't quite done enough. But we'll try and get a level up on Hans. We'll obviously try and get another zombie, and we'll also look to get Frankenstein at least up, so we've got a pretty solid team going into Wood next season. But let's see how this goes, basically, and hopefully we'll run into Skaven finally, because we haven't hit a Skaven team yet, and I kind of really want to play Skaven. They'll destroy this team, but in terms of score at least. But I really want to hit a Skaven team or a Underworld team, maybe that could do too. I want to kill some rats, basically. So give me something with rats in it. And I should really finish my coffee because it's going to get overly cold if I don't. And it's good coffee. It'd be a waste. Damned as Mystic can hang around for 20 or so minutes at least, so we'll catch part of your game. Thanks for the congrats. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I've had a... There've been some minor issues with matchmaking over the last couple of days. I hope it's fixed now, but I want to at least finish this team with 20 games, so I'll do at least 1. If I have time, I'll do 2. I am out in the evening, though. And I still need to edit the videos so I can get them all up. The videos might be up quite late tonight, actually, on YouTube, but I will get them. I will get all of the rundowns up, of course. Dropping out at the end of games. It's possible. I don't know. I know that Beer Monkey's been having problems with matchmaking as well. It's just been one of those things where it doesn't spin very consistently. I've been having some relatively long spins. I'm obviously not doing a very serious run. I'm running a mostly zombie team, as you probably saw. We got 1 of each positional, and the whole point is, well, picking up new zombies. That's what we're doing, and I'll be taking this team into Wood when CCL finishes, so it's one of the options that players can have as a friendly match if they want to challenge me to a game. This and the Norse team. Norse team is the serious choice, and this team is the Mimi choice. So we've done worse than our first run in CCL, but to be honest, I'm not too bad. I'm not too unhappy with 439. Especially considering that we've had mostly elves and dwarves. And there have been a couple of games where the loss was, you know, it was unfortunate mostly. So, fair. I stopped CCL because losing games due to server a while back. Yeah, that is an issue as well. I haven't run into that issue, fortunately, but it does happen. I'm well aware of it. And time for some zombie passes. Absolutely. How many zombie passes have I managed? How many passes have I managed in general? I've done lots of passing with this team. Let's have a look at that. Does it not say passes? It says yards passed, but it doesn't say how many passes. Oh, yes. 8 successful catches. There we go. So we've managed 8 passes that have been successful with this team. Not using the werewolf very often, to be clear as well. Oh, Blood Bowl just crashed. Alright, that's fun. Let's relaunch Blood Bowl in, and hopefully it will pick up the game. That happens sometimes too. We roll into something and then it decides to immediately crash. So just give me a second when I get Blood Bowl up and running again. Yep, I got it. Actually, I think it's the second time that's happened, the instant crash, but it does happen sometimes. Mostly because I've been running the game for so long now, doing the rundown, I guess. I didn't actually see what we run into. I did see that we got a team, but I didn't see what we actually hit, so hopefully it would have retained the game at least. But that's fun, just having a crash from good old Blood Bowl. Right, let's try that again. We hit Khemri. That's a shame, because we can't get a trophy from Khemri, but we will at least try to do some damage. So let's have a quick look at this opposition team then. Standard build. Fresh team. Okay, fresh team, standard build. So 4 Tomb Guardians, 2 Blitzrars, just the 1 Thrower, and then all the skeletons. Alright then, let's give them a go. And they got 400 petty cash. I'm probably facing Ramtut here. Nope, not facing Ramtut. We are facing a wizard. Bribe. I would take Ramtut. Why not? But I suppose we could see Ali Babad. Can he still afford Ali Babad? I think he can still afford Ali Babad. I wouldn't know what to take with the other 150, to be honest. But well, even if we don't see zombie passes, we will see zombie splits, because zombie splits is fun. We have 2 piling on zombies, which, you know, is basically the dream in this build. Sorry, I'm trying to finish my coffee, and you can probably hear me drinking it. I don't really like eating and drinking my microphone, but yeah, my coffee's kind of cold, so I'm just finishing it. There we go. Done. No more. Oh, come on. I guess he doesn't know what to use his last 150 on as well, because struggling with deciding. Do I know this coach? J. Blackmane. No, I do not. Not a name that I recognize. Second bribe. I mean, he only had a 1-man bench, so that's interesting. And a babe. Alright. I'm probably going to foul as well, because I got a 3-man bench, I think. And, you know, rookie team, so may as well try and break these Tomb Guardians. Try and retire them before they even start. No, killing these guys isn't really worth it, because I can't get a trophy out of them. But we can at least try and beat them. That's going to be the main goal here. Try and claw some Tomb Guardians, foul some Tomb Guardians, pile on some Tomb Guardians. We'll see how it goes. Ah, Beer Monkey is live now. There we go. I've already shouted out Beer Monkey as well, though. Right, stats. Skills, sorry, on. Just a kick. That's bold. That's actually really bold with Khemri. I'm not sure I get the logic behind kicking as Khemri, but well, maybe they know something I don't. I suppose they do have the wizard. Gives them a little bit of security, but there's too much chance of getting some injuries early on, which you really don't want as Khemri. So that was a weird choice. Did I skip the animations? I guess I skipped the animations somehow. Are animations off? 1 second. No, they're on. Okay, I guess I skipped the animations somehow. Sorry. Yeah, nice coach at least. Happy New Year. It's always nice to hear. Let's get these guys a bit forward, because they're going to confuse me otherwise. And Where's Hans? Hans is on the bench. We don't want Hans on the bench, we want Hans on the pitch. Didn't give me a surfing option, which is of course smart, and let's make this front line a little bit less awkward. I'm actually going to take the block with the white as well, because I want to get that one SPP on the white, and we'll just have some zombies in the background, basically. And we'll stick the dirty player over here. Alright, off we go. The game is a little bit laggy again. It's better than it was recently in general, but it's a little bit laggy. So I actually took that support piece off. That was silly. But okay. It's alright, we don't need them. I actually want to make basically a solid center anyway, so not a huge deal. Ball is pretty safe. We are going to try and hit this here Tomb Guardian with Claw. And maybe pass to the zombie. Maybe not yet though. Maybe it's too much to start off with. So let's hit this guy first. Starting off friendly with a push. Get our first piling on. Less friendly. I guess we'll do it already because we're securing that center as it is. Already got an injury. But regen works. Let's try and get a second one then. Just a push. Not a problem. Strength 5, yeah, so we could get the fleshy on there, but I don't really want to. I mostly want to make sure these skeletons don't move too far. And otherwise we're probably taking the 1 die on the Tomb Guard as things stand, because yeah, we're going to keep you here for now. We'll try and pick up the ball before we take that 1 die though, and never mind, no 1 die this turn. Let's see how good the opponent is at positioning. That will make a decision as to whether we score early or not. If they're pretty good, we'll go for an early score, just so we can get some points on the board. And if they're not so good at positioning, then we'll basically stall in an area where we can. Well, he's taking the free blocks, which is good, but I was hoping he would try and secure the field position a little bit better. We're probably going to go for a high-scoring game if he's going to focus mostly on holding a center, because I can run around him if he works in the center. That's fine. Well, he needs to leave these 2 back. Relatively back. No, we're coming forward. Alright then. We're going to try for a high-scoring game then. GFI Sport, GFI Blitz. That's good with me. Burning a reroll. That's also good with me. Push isn't good enough. Kinda needed to follow up if he wanted to stop me, but okay. He's given me the field. Very nice of him. Okay, you can push me, that's fine. Give me a little bit more maneuverability in the middle here. I can go for this Blitzra now, because he's on his own, and I have plenty of support for him. I still have enough support for him, that's fine. So we're gonna go this way instead, because the opponent has given me plenty of space, which is, again, incredibly nice of them. We will sacrifice a couple of zombies to Nuffle though. And this zombie, in fact, will hold up this guy. And we'll have him in a pylon position for next turn. And then... yeah, that is actually too much of a risk with the GFI, so we won't do that. We'll try and just put the ball over there instead. That's good enough. Follow. Solid stun, with the option to potentially blitz him next turn, so that's good to me. And I don't really want to risk the dirty player right now, so we'll go this way as well. And we get to block down extra skelly here, which we might as well. Good. I don't need to reroll really, but I will, because like I said, I want to do this pretty quickly. I'm not going to pass now though. I was going to pass, but now it's not really viable. I kind of have to though, because I've committed to it. No, they can try and get the ghoul if they want to, because the werewolf can pick up if necessary, if it goes down. So when you're playing as Khemri, it's really important to secure as much of the field as you can, and the opponent has done the standard Khemri mistake of solidifying the center while not being able to move. But well, we'll see if they can. We'll see if they can reposition over the next 2 turns. Not impossible. And that's nice for them though. Injury on Frankenstein. No regen. So Frankenstein is out for this game. Back to the center. Okay. Relying a little bit too heavily on the wizard here. But I've said things like this pretty much all season, and all kinds of crazy things have happened, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. Up you get. And we're probably blitzing you down, but first we get you down. Push is actually fine. Just get you out of the way then, so we can put a zombie back on Gym Guardian. Might be fouling this turn, because the Blitzra is still on the floor, and getting rid of him would be very helpful. And Flesh Column is doing enough to hold skeletons in position, basically. Yeah, Blitzra can't really get off far enough, to be fair, so... No, I want you to dodge through. Good. And then... we'll risk a GFI. We'll fail a GFI, so we'll reroll. Well... That makes the pass a little bit less likely, but we're still going to try it. Pass is good. Catch is not good. Okay, that's fine. The ball's in a good position that we can pick up and score next turn. And it's pretty difficult for them to stop it. Without dodging out a Tomb Guardian, which, you know, could be fun if they try that. It looks like they're going to give me the score, though, quite happily, so it's fine by me. Kind of intrigued as to where they're going to put their blitz here, because that's not a good one. Okay then. That's fine by me. That frees up this skeleton, but, I mean, I got pieces to block the skeleton down. That's not a huge deal. Blitz the skeleton down, I should say. He's putting himself in a position to force the score, but I was going to score anyway. Of course, he doesn't know that, but still. I'm going to trust in my ability to manipulate the positioning of this opposition team here and try and get a solid win out of this game. Okay. Well, that was risky, but it worked. That makes it kind of interesting, actually. I'll give him a clap for that one. That was fun. Burned his last reroll as well, which is really good for me. Stun on a zombie is not a problem, and push on a zombie is definitely not a problem. So, stand up just in case. Stand up. I am tempted to try to surf this guy, but that's not going to happen. I did have to use my reroll there, though. Well, it will happen if I fail my blitz and pickup here. Then in that case we will actually surf him next turn. That's good though. Okay, FPS kind of tanked there, but worked out. Pickup is good. GFI is not. We're not doing so well with GFIs this game so far. I wanted to score on Ghoul anyway, so Ghoul has a chance next turn. It's not a big deal. Probably have to one die his way into the position though. We got an opponent very dedicated to his bash game, which is... It's a mixed bag with Khemri. You gotta really make sure that you've set up a solid defense as you go. And he's probably going to rely on the pickup with the skeleton, which... He'd be better off just trying to lock up the ghoul, to be honest. And hoping I fail a dodge. That's fine. Usually the case, just avoid them if possible. GFI is the bane of my Blood Bowl. Yeah, I know. I know GFIs can be a problem, but the GFI was for the score that time. There we go. 1-0. So they did manage to get the white, but we're 1-0 up and I don't trust in this opponent's ability to position Khemri, so I think we're going to finish 2-1 potentially, or we could even go 2-0, or something crazy like 3-1, but I'm pretty happy with my chance too. I'm pretty happy with my chances in this game so far, based on what I've seen. Alright. So, I don't want to give up my trophy zombies here. He's not a trophy zombie, so he can go up. You and the dead. Nalnir is a trophy, so we'll put Rigger back on the line actually. Let's see how good he is at securing the ball, because we've got 2 turns, which is scoreable. So that's actually set up for a scoring position when I think about it. Try and get the second immediately. Because if we get the second here, we basically negate the wizard. Well, he's giving me the right, so we're going to try and kick to the right. Oh, okay, right changes things though. Well, kicking to the right didn't work, it ended smack bang in the center. And we're basically going into his drive 1-0, because he can't score, and we're not scoring as well. As per usual, we are focusing the werewolf, which makes perfect sense. I actually do sometimes put the werewolf in dangerous positions just to increase my positional chances, to be fair. But this time I was looking to score with him, obviously, so that's why he got put into a blitzable position. Oh, let's move the cards. There we go. To be fair to the Khemri coach as well, he's getting a lot of pushes, which is not what he wants. As soon as I say that, he gets a POW, but in general he's getting a lot of pushes, which is not what he wants. And he hasn't really been able to utilize his bribe yet. Bribes, sorry, he took 2, I think. Yeah, he did. I think I'm going to try and surf a Tomb Guardian here. It's going to require a couple of GFIs though, and a dodge. Because I need you there, yeah. Okay, stand you up first though. Sensible things first. Let's get Nalnir out of the way. Let's get the ghoul out of position so we can't get surfed. Not surfed, blitzed. Catch you later, man, gotta go. Alright, Elmiko, thank you for spending time here. It was good to see you. And have a good day, whatever you're doing. Thank you very much for the follow, MC Krill. Is that Krill from ICBBL? You've missed the rundown, if that's the case, but it's good to have you here, and I have already congratulated you for your... where did you go up? I've forgotten now. You went up in steel? I think you went up in steel. You made it to playoffs in steel, I think. If it is you. Or was it bronze in your case? You secured playoffs somewhere, and that was good. Anyway, welcome. I hope you're well. So we're taking it mostly just because he gave me the option to, but it didn't work out, so it's fine. And if you're not the Krill from ICBBL, then by all means let me know where you came from. And wherever you are or you're not, if I'm mispronouncing your name, please tell me that as well. Either way, good to have you along. Thanks for the follow. I can actually close some things now that are open and don't have to be when I think about it, because I'm finished with the one more Soviet stuff. Okay. Now that I'm finished with the rundowns, I can close some of these things. Whoops, skip. Hopefully that will help a little bit with the occasional frame rate lag. I think it's much better than it was yesterday though. I had a nightmare with this yesterday, but it seems to be running much smoother today. Seems to be being the keyword. Maybe you guys are having a different experience, but I hope not. Looks like I fixed it. Hey, foul! Good foul. Got rid of a bribe. That's great. So just one left. Skelly pass? Skelly pass! No. He tried though. And, you know, I give him full credit for trying to pass with skeletons, because that's always good fun. I realize that you might not be chatting because you might not be verified. I have verified chat on because it stops bots from getting into chat, basically. So, yeah, if he wants chat and you can't, that's probably why. As for anybody who's watching as well, because sometimes they have lurkers who never speak. Okay then, that's we can go for a slightly more sensible setup now then, where we don't have to try and force a score. Though we are going to try for a second score pretty early on. Here, probably. Who else on the bench, actually? We've also got the Rotter on the bench. Might bring the Rotter on, actually. Oh no, that's the High Elf. We don't want him on the line. No. Yeah, we'll put the Dark Elf on the line. Rotter, on the sideline, and Rotter can come on the line, because the Rotter is worth less than the Dark Elf. Otherwise, I think we're good. Let's have second round then. Let's see how can we do this time. Hopefully they'll be a little bit more aware of their positioning. They can in theory score relatively early and stop me from scoring with the wizard. That's probably their tactic at the moment. But we'll see what happens in that regard. Only the one Ferroar does make things difficult for them as well. The 2 Ferroar build does make it a little bit more safe on the ball. Sorry, mate. And I haven't given the cat a cat cam today because he's actually really, really sleepy, and he's just decided to occupy one of my hands. But he is actually with me, so if he does start moving around, then I will give you the cat cam that I usually give in stream. At the moment, though, not an option. Oh, one other thing I didn't say. I'm trying to work towards a Stream Raider situation now, because that's the next thing that I want to add to this channel. I need 100 followers for it though, so it's going to take, well, a little while. We'll see how long it takes to get 100 followers. I don't want to put a number on it, because I don't want to make it sound like I expect people to follow, because I don't. But that is the next goal for this channel, getting to that 100 followers so we can get Stream Raiders going. whenever I'm streaming. I always enjoy it when I'm in other people's chat, and yeah, I'd like to see it in my own chat. I'm not sure if it really works on Blood Bowl, to be fair, but it works in general, and I am a variety streamer. I don't just stream Blood Bowl, so, you know. I think it's a nice addition that hopefully won't kill my computer. I think I can run it on the tablet, to be fair, so I don't even need to do it on the computer. Okay. Blitzed into a 1 dice for some reason. Probably would have been better off focusing a zombie there, but yeah, it worked out for him, so whatever. Good. Ewan locks up 2 Tomb Guardians, which is perfect. Stealing the ball is not so easy here, but we can hope. Stun on Rigger. Cardinal Grosbeak, are you still in Rebel? Kind of. Hi, by the way, and good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. Hello. Yes, I'm technically in Rebel. I don't play in Rebel though. But yes, I am in Rebel. You say still in Rebel. Do we have history in Rebel? Maybe we do. I'm not playing in Rebel though at the moment. No, I created the CIN, which means that basically I lurk in quite a lot of leagues, and in general, I keep an eye on what's going on in the Blood Bowl community in general. So, yeah, there's a good chance I'm in everybody's league, but I only play in ICBBL and CCL at the moment. I don't even play in my own league at the moment, the Invitational. Right, well, we'll try and break a Blitzer here, I think. Ah, Tom Bombadil. Okay, that makes perfect sense now. Yeah, I remember you. Okay, you should have said that earlier. Now, now I have complete context as to who you are. Okay. Yeah, I don't play in Rebel anymore, but I am still part of the Discord, I believe. I think I rejoined the Discord recently, actually, because there was a coach looking to join Rebel. And in general, I still advertise for other leagues. So if somebody's looking for a league to join, then I tend to point them in whichever direction they want to go in. Because a big part of what I do is growing the community as much as possible with, you know, the people who show good sportsmanship. Basically, that's what I usually look for when I decide to help somebody find a league that they want to join. So yes or no, it was the short answer to that very long answer I just gave. We'll try and use a pylon, and we'll let them come a little bit closer. Tom Bombadil. We played in the. I think we played during my Orc run in Rebel, though it might have even been during the Bretonian run. Jesus, I know we've played a game though. I'm pretty certain about that. Well, that's probably a reroll, and it is. So he's down to 1 with against my 4. I don't play in Rebel mostly because the season is really long, which works for some coaches, but for me it's a bit too much. It's also why, ironically, I don't play in my own league for the same reason. Because my health sometimes means that I need to step away from the game for a bit. I've been fine recently, but sometimes it comes up, and I don't want to be a bother for somebody who has a really long season. A short season I can usually see through, but a long season I can't necessarily, basically. We shared a division for at least 1 season. Yeah, we did. I remember playing you. I don't remember what the game was, but I do remember having a game against you for certain. I think it was Orcs. It was my Orc run, I think, that I played you. But I don't quite remember what you were playing. But I do remember. No, I'm not going to guess. I'm trying to go through my head to try and bring up a team, but I'm really not going to guess. I don't think it's a good idea because I could say something completely ridiculous and be completely wrong. Haven't played Blood Bowl for a few years. Until recently, that was true for me as well. I came back after a almost 3-year hiatus, both in terms of streaming in general and also playing any Blood Bowl. I kind of stayed in the Blood Bowl sphere, but yeah, but I stayed out of the playing loop basically. Okay, I actually ended up giving him too much space this time. My own fault. You're standing up. Corvs, yes, that was you. You had the you brutalized my Bretonians. You played my Bretonians. I remember the game now. Yeah, you brutalized my Bretonians like a lot of teams did. It was that season where I decided it was a good idea to put a really weak team into into the second division, and I got suitably punished for it. It was good. It was a great season. I loved it. The real Welsh Dragons, the Bretonian team. That was a tribute to my uncle, my great uncle, who died that year. Yeah, I remember that well. I remember your Chaos Dwarfs now, actually. Yeah. They had some good development, and overall it was a good team to play against. I happen to remember some piling on in that team, I believe. Or maybe there were 2 Chaos Dwarfs and you're the other one. That's also possible, I guess. Right. Let's we're actually going to try and break this skeleton and just focus on slowing down the Khemri here for now. Yeah, you remember them now. See, it was that game, wasn't it? I'm not going crazy. I believe so. It's good. Frame rate issues. Never good. Zombie splits. No zombie splits. No successful zombie splits, at least. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you were the murder Chaos Dwarfs, which, you know, a lot of Chaos Dwarfs are, but I think you were the particularly murdery Chaos Dwarfs in that division. Anyway, good to see you back, and it's good to have people from the old circles coming back as well. It's always nice to see. Oh well, failed the blitz. Failed the surf. I keep saying blitz instead of surf. He was going for a surf there. Didn't work out. Where'd you put the ball? That's the main question. It's pretty safe if he stays over here, but he's gonna have to make headway eventually. Oh, it's not safe there. That's not safe at all. What are you doing? Why would you put him there? Well, we're surfing a Ferra probably, unless we're doing some crazy dodgy stuff. I suppose he can get there, but I mean, I've already got the ghoul on him. He can foul the ghoul, I guess, but again, can't really get positional advantage here. So that was a weird place for the ball. Unless we're going to try for a weird end turn wizard. That's also an option, I guess, but it's again, it's a bit of a strange one. I don't know. Let's see what he does. I'm confused by this play, though. And I think they've just realized their mistake. I think that's why they slowed down. You needed him in support, so that wasn't so good. I can dodge out now. That doesn't change much. Changes a bit, I guess. Yeah, we are going for the foul on Igor. Fair enough. Not Igor, he's Hans now, isn't he? Foul on Hans. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Well, that's made it a little bit more secure, but not really. 1, 2, 3, 4, GFI, GFI. Possible. Other option, of course, is to get Lycan out. Oh, really struggling with FPS there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not so much. He's not going to blow the wizard, surely. No, okay. I was about to say I need an emoji for blowing a wizard, but that sounds pretty wrong. So I'm gonna not say that, even though I just said it. Well, he's gonna. If he takes the early score, to be honest, it's not the end of the world for us. Come on, FPS, catch up. Thank you. We will move some things into position, though. Well, I guess that works for blowing a wizard. If that was the intent, sure. Give you everything you can possibly throw dice at, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 GFI. GFI. No, that doesn't work. So let's just actually try and figure this out. I mean, we could go that way, I guess. Or we can blitz with... We can get a 1 dice with our agility zombie. We had to use the dodge very early there, though, unfortunately. And a reroll as well. Okay, that's enough. Okay, we didn't roll all the ones at least, so we get a 1 die on the ball now. That's good enough. It at least gets him kinda out of the way. He's got 1 free skeleton, he can quite easily free up a Tomb Guard, and he has the GFI for the score now, at least. Yeah. Okay. That puts us in a slightly better position, at least. That was a complicated turn. It'd be a waste if he used the wizard now, but he's probably thinking about it. He needs the wizard to stop me from scoring after he scores. Yeah, not using it, good. Yeah, need to block off the piling on zombie first. Push is good enough, though, to be honest. He doesn't need better than a push. Yeah, you needed him in support here, but okay. Got better than the push, so that's good. Well, needs to get him down. Does get him down, fair enough. Still needs to block this guy and surf him off the pitch. KO would have been better for me there. It wouldn't have been surfed that way. But alright. Stun is fine. That kills the last reroll. That's good. Well, our Chaos Warrior took an injury. No long term. And regen anyway. Are we going to score? We're probably going to score. Well, try and score. Needs to pass the GFI, obviously. Well, you got two options: stall or step back, basically, or stay there. Even you don't even need to step back. You can actually stay there. Looks like we are staying there. That's good. For me, it's bad for him. That's actually great for me, because there's nowhere good to put the wolf. That's the worst place to put the wolf. Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, I got a KO though. KO is good. KO is really good. That KO actually may have saved him. Oh, come on, game. There we go. Yeah, that KO has actually done a lot of things that are good for him. I'm going to struggle to stop him, kind of, now. Just put you kind of in the way and awkward. Take that block. Hopefully break armor. No armor break. Alright then. Come on. I don't know why the game is struggling so much, but it is. Is that a 1 dice? Which is just a push, which is fine. Gets him out of the way at least. Stay. And then we GFI this way. And reroll the GFI that way. That's fine. That's fine. And that's fine. I think he's playing for a draw. No, maybe not. Are we going to try and hand off to the Blitzra, really? Okay, fun. Probably wanted to break there. Didn't get it. Are we actually handing off to the Blitzra? We are, I think. Yep, okay. That's brave with no reroll. No, okay, we did end up doing sensible things. I've got a tricky 2 dice against him actually, which I'm probably gonna have to take. Oh, now it's even trickier. But it's not impossible. Not impossible is this team's motto, I guess. That's good. KO'd Team Guardian is very good, actually. So, he can't actually get there, but he can at least get into a more difficult position. We could simply stand on him, I guess, but I don't know how useful that is. So my 2 options basically are blitz through... I can't blitz through this guy. To blitz through the Tomb Guardian, and then stand in the way, hoping for an armor break mostly. Or hoping for stand firm to do enough. I'm probably doing that, to be honest. Or... that's it. So we're doing that. Perfect. Tomb Guardian didn't break, unfortunately. Dauntless piece is there. No, that's not going to work. I guess we try that, just so we at least only have one skeleton coming in support. Nope. So, not too difficult for them to break out of this now then. But we got as annoying as we possibly could get, I think. With the amount of pieces that got knocked out this round. So he gets two dice, 2 blocks, sorry, on the flesh golem. He needs one of them to work, obviously. That's good. And the Blitzrow. That's also good. That's perfect. Well, you're dodging, if anything. Yeah, trying to dodge then. Fails the dodge. Okay, that's that was fun. I gotta give him that. That was really funny. Fails the dodge and the Blitzrow manages the catch. Oh wow, that was impressive. Well, all the KOs come back, so you know I got a good chance of getting the second one back. That was great. That's a highlight for sure. Well done. That was good entertainment. I enjoyed that. Alright, so 3 turns against a wizard to get a second score, which we'll try. We need to set up at least 2 scoring threats though, so we're probably using the zombie as the ball carrier. I didn't actually say good job, I realized, I just laughed. So, let's say good job. That was indeed the luckiest of bounces, but that's what this game is all about, so no complaints at all. I actually really enjoyed that. Oops. I didn't want him there, I wanted him there. I want you off actually, and I want you off, and... you instead. Alright, and we'll put Nelmir on the front line. Catcher Zombie can also try to remember his role. And Chaos Warrior will go with him. Wanna bet it's not a ride again? I doubt it'll be a ride again. It'd be something like Perfect Defense or Blitz. Just to slow down the score. Oh, it is a ride. Fair enough. Well, that's an extra turn. That's that makes things interesting. So we get a blitz on that guy in that case. We're still going to try and break through this way mostly, and we're just going to hold these 2 where they are. We've already locked up all Tomb Guardians, so that's not a huge deal. I don't want to blitz that guy when I think about it. I got an extra turn, so I'm probably going to try and surf off the skeleton he's given me as a sacrifice. So let's set up that instead, but that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's not going to work. We want everybody over this side now, so let's go do some sidestepping this way. That extra turn has helped us quite a lot, actually. Yes, let's try and get rid of the skeleton. There goes the reroll in. We're not getting rid of the skeleton. We're taking a KO on Lycan again. Oops. That means it's all up to the ghoul. Or the flesh column. Flesh column could try for his 4th touchdown. I will probably set it up so the flesh column can potentially get a touchdown. I'll move some zombies into position as well, probably, and yeah, basically just set up some scoring threats over the next 2 turns. So that no matter where he puts the wizard, it's not going to be a guaranteed save. I do need a second piece on the ball just in case though, because I could get whizzed here, which could be a small problem. Stun is fine, that doesn't affect too much. This guy needs to pressure the ball. He probably knows that, but we'll see. Not like that though. Well, he got away with it. And he got the knockdown. And he got the injury. Alright. Okay. Well, Flesh Column has to go back for the ball now. Can he get it this turn actually? Because if he can, then I may have to try something a little bit crazy. No, he can't even get it this turn. Nice play. Need to get hands into a better position though, so hopefully this works out where just get pushed and then off we go. Now he gets the POW. No armor break at least. So we're blitzing off this guy to try and get hands out. Another zombie down. Not a huge deal with these 3, to be honest. Not going to affect the game too much. And that zombie's already out of position now. Not too much use to me. Oh, that's good though. He made the dodge a bit easier for me. Right, so I don't have a reroll. He doesn't have a reroll. He does have a wizard though. Alright, stand you up. Stand you up. I think I kind of have to stand on the ball. I think I have to, because then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have to. Don't have a choice. Okay, good. That worked. And try to blitz this piece. But we have to stay standing. Never mind. Knockout helps a bit actually, but he's going to foul the ghoul now. So if the foul is successful, we're done. It's there's no score coming from our team, and there's still potential for a score from his team. Yeah. That was a good wizard. Gotta do some really crazy things now to make this work. We do have 2 turns though, so we're not done. We do have to uphill dice this Tomb Guardian, hope he goes down, pick up the ball, get out of the way, and pass on turn 16. Maybe even pass and handoff, which I don't think is very likely to be. I don't think I can actually set that up. It all depends on how the foul goes on the ghoul as well. It also kind of depends on the pickup, because if he manages the pickup, then, well, it's not going to work if he manages the pickup. I should have done the pickup first, but okay. Yeah, he got a stun out of the foul, so we're not scoring. That's clear. You gotta pick up the ball, dude. You gotta pick up the ball, dude, if you want to win. Well, he gets power on a 1 dice, which is a no, 2 dice. That's fine actually. He gets power and a surf on the unnecessary roll. Now pick up the ball. Pick up the ball, dude, if you want to win. What are you doing? Okay. He's happy with a draw, apparently. Still has every chance of winning, of course, but just completely unnecessary blocks here. Go on then, manage the pickup as well. Okay, he failed to pick up at least. Right. If I go here, can I score? 1, 2, 3, 4, no. No, no, no. Scoring is absolutely impossible for me at this stage, so I'm just going to try and stop him from scoring. And of course, I get 2 down. I know I got 1 more turn, haven't I? Yeah, well, still. GG. So, I hope he goes straight for the ball, because otherwise, taking the Michael a little bit, and he does, and he succeeds. 2-0, there we go. Well done, Khemri. Well done to the Khemri coach. That was a very successful. It's kind of like a task failed successfully situation, but it did. So you know, good for him. Well, to be fair though, I like it when crazy things happen with any kind of undead team, so it's been pretty fun watching the Khemri succeed. I suppose I could get a 1 turn. I actually can if he sets up favorably, which he is. Okay, we'll try one turn. Eight plus 2 10s, we need a 3. We need 3 pushes out, potentially with a blitz from the werewolf as well. We can't blitz the werewolf actually, because we have to blitz to start off the drive, of course. Okay, we put you there. You there. You there. You there. You there. You there. And then we blitz with the ghoul probably, because we got the zombie to pick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. That looks good. What did you say? Go away. Good luck on the one turn. Cheers. Oops. This character's been very friendly as well, so that's always good to see. Oh, we get a reroll. That's actually really helpful. That's not a terrible ball as well, though it does mean I have to GFI to get it. So, and I already have to GFI here. Yes. Which means you go here. You go here. I need one there. I need one there. Yeah, I did need one there. Yeah, I just screwed this up. Okay, should have been paying more attention than I did. Oh, okay. I needed the zombie there. Not there, but there. Yeah, I can still do it, of course, but now I need to do some dodgy stuff. I mean, I can... No, I'm fine, actually. I can do it this way, and then round. No, it's fine. Yep, we're done. Okay. I don't know. I wasn't concentrating enough there, I think. I was trying to figure it out, but didn't work out. Oh well. Good game. One of those moments where the 2-turn just completely fries your brain. That's what happened there. So no, that was just me doing stupid things. But oh well. Yeah, good game to the opponent. He did well to get the T 2-0 out of that. There were some moments where it was a bit weird, but overall, it worked out really well for him. And we picked up quite a lot of SPP actually. So let's have a look if we got any level ups. We did. So if you do want to redeem a level up, I've got a level up on the ghoul, I got a level up on one zombie who is eventually going to be fired, and a second zombie who's eventually going to be fired. So I'm going to kill some gold, burn some gold, and then I'll do the level up, so you have until I burn my gold with a ghoul who will fire. Where's the ghoul? There's the ghoul. Let's give it to the ghoul. I do need to account for latency as well now, because I did make the latency longer, of course. So I will start rolling on the less important pieces, because if you want to redeem a level up, it will probably be on the ghoul. So 5, we'll make that a dirty player. And on the piling on Dauntless zombie, we'll take something that will hopefully help us do more damage, like block. Are we taking block? I think we're taking block. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're taking block. If it will work. Come on. There we go. Okay, we're taking block. And no redeems, so okay then, I'll put my own decision on ghoul. What's Hans gonna get then? The last one had plus strength and piling on, so let's see what crazy things Hans picks up. He picks up a normal. That's probably block. Or wrestle. It's probably wrestle actually. Yeah, I think that's wrestle. Because we got Lycan for ball duty as well, and we've also got that zombie with the plus agility. What time is it? It's 3:10. I'm gonna give it one more spin, because wife is still out, and we don't have to leave for a few hours yet, so I'll have one more game, and then we'll call it the end. So let's put another spin in. Oh, that one turn completely fried my brain. I don't know what I was doing with that. I just I couldn't see it for some reason. The opponent saw it though, so nice shout out from the opponent there. So this is what? This is game 17, I believe, which means I've got to try and play 3 games tomorrow to make it 20. 10. No, we just had 17, sorry. So this is game 18, so I've got to play 2 games tomorrow before the rollover, and then we're done. I'll be right back actually, but it won't be long. I just I need to check something quickly. I guess I don't need to tell you what I'm doing. I'll be right back though, just 1 second. Never mind, not a problem. Back. So I'll have one more. We'll have one more spin, so we're more likely to get the 20. My new microphone just arrived, so I hope my audio quality will be top-notch tomorrow. I hope so too. If you're serious, DeadShaw's, about letting me in on your crew, I'll just be in your stream. I won't stream myself, so I'll give you full support during that time. I'm not even sure if I can stream Sea of Thieves, and well, to be honest, I'm brand new to the game, so you know you're gonna be carrying me anyway. Though I understand how to pilot, I understand how the cannons work, and I mostly understand how things work after playing it for a bit. So hopefully all will be well. But we can talk about it after stream anyway, so that's fine. I should be able to do that tomorrow. I can't see why not. No, I won't stream. I don't trust my laptop to handle it. I mean, the game mostly runs fine. There are some times when it gets a bit janky and I end up just suddenly teleporting on the ship, but otherwise it was actually pretty good. And it's like Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is absolutely fine when I'm not streaming it, so it really affects the stream really affects the ability to play the game. So no, I'm good with just being part of the crew and saying Kika Fishy every now and then. I'll make up some code, I guess. Prost, fill the cannon, Kikavisha, evasive maneuvers. So let's hope for Skaven finally. Let's hope that we finally get Skaven, or at the very least we get them tomorrow, if nothing else. For the rest of the day, though, I'm mostly going to be obviously editing videos. Then I go out in the evening, so the ICBBL rundown YouTube videos will be a little bit late today, probably, because I don't think I'll finish them all before I go. I may finish a couple though. We'll see how quickly the software is working. And some Dutch swear word for runaway. Yeah, sure. I'm trying to think if I know a Dutch swear word, and I don't think I do. But yes, I'll just shout out Dutch swear word, and it'll mean run away. That'll work. Yeah, so anybody who wants to see Dead Shores and I playing Sea of Thieves tomorrow, go follow Dead Shores. I'm gonna suck, he'll be good, probably, and maybe there'll be another friend, because there were 2 of you last time you were playing, so maybe there'll be 2 or 3 of us again. Hopefully there'll be more than 2 of us. I don't know how many people can go on the ship, to be honest. Maybe you can have a ship of like 20, that'd be pretty funny. Dark Elves, okay, that's not quite Skaven, but it's still slightly different to what we're used to so far. Dandas, don't know this coach either, and pretty new team. No level ups. We do have a busted agility lineman, which is kind of helpful. Just the 1 witch, 4 blitzers, and a runner this time. Well, can't we promise? Did I miss something from chat there? Yeah, but look for the max crew, which is 4. Okay, but can't promise that. Yeah, I'm only getting half my chat on my tablet for some reason. I guess I'm having minor internet issues on the tablet. I think I'm on mobile internet actually, which is not what I want to be on. Yes, I am. Let's get off that. And this will be the last game for today. We will try and get a second Dark Elf zombie, but obviously no promises, and hopefully it'll be a witch this time, because witch is much more fun in terms of leveling up a zombie. We're against 400 petty cash again though, and obviously Dark Elves are always a tough game, even when you're playing a serious team, so they're definitely a tough game when you're playing the pet collection. But we are getting closer to that 20 game that I wanted. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with CCL next season. I will do something, I guess. I may run the Chaos Goats, or I may do the 10 and or 20 games with each coach. Ooh, we're going Hubris. I haven't seen Hubris in ages. I'm not even sure I've ever seen Hubris play, actually, so that's fun. So Hubris, Rikarth, and Wizard. Hubris is the sidestep guy, I think. Let's have a look. Can I see him quickly? Or is the... I don't know. I'll see him when you get... Well, I'll see him on the pitch, I guess. I can't remember who Hubris is, actually. He's the expensive Dark Elf hero, though. Star player. I'm pretty sure about that. He's not the cyberpunk guy, definitely. And I can't see him at the moment. Maybe it's just a star black. Maybe it's just a star blitzer, to be fair, which would be less interesting, but still. kind of want to see him now, because I haven't seen him in a while, if ever. So where is he? No, these are all standard players. Standard player, standard player, standard player. Ah, it's him. Yeah, he's the blitzer guy. Okay. Okay, that's less interesting. I thought he was a different star player for a second. I will have to have a look at him though, because I can't remember what he does. Other than he looks like he belongs in a anime Matrix. But that's the same for Dark Elves in general, I guess. So where is he? There he is. So Mighty Blow, Strip Ball, Jump Up, Dirty Player, and Block. Alright. And they chose to receive. So let's actually get into. No, I want my saved defensive setup. There we go. Rigig stay on the line, Ewan can stay on the line, and Ben Splinter can maybe stay on the line, to be honest. No, I think we'll use the Rotter. Yeah. And then we will give Nelnia a game later on. And we want you two on the outside. So let's let them come on to me. And wish them good luck, of course. Because as much as I always want to kill something, I do always hope that the opponent has a good game, you know? He's only got one reroll, which is why, actually? You can take 4 blitz as a witch and 2 rerolls, so why is he taking 1? Ah, he took the runner, didn't he? Yeah, he took a runner instead of a reroll. That's interesting. But, well, it could be fun. Oh, I left him piling on. Oh no, the piling on was missed next, wasn't he? No, there he is. I left him on the sideline. Oh well. We got 2 dirty players instead, so we're starting off with some fouling apparently, as opposed to piling on. We've only got the one piling on piece. The second one will join a bit later, when there's already blood flowing, or something. You want a face cam? Yeah, let's have cat cam here. So, let's get a cat cam up because he's here and he's kind of relaxing now. So, let's unblock the camera. Hi. Oops. And Newt. Hey. Yeah, Newt has been he's been quite naughty today actually. He had to jump up my wife's back and made a nasty scratch in the process. But here's Newt. Good boy. So we were dealing with that actually in the morning. Because he does this thing where he jumps into a hug, which is kind of cute, but when he does it up the back, obviously you can't really prepare for it, and he has to scratch his way up as opposed to being caught, which is not ideal. He is a nice kitty. Oh, okay. Rock hit both of us. Stun. Stun. Okay, not so bad. 2 players stunned, both on the line. And a touchback. That's less good. I guess you give it to the Witch Elf. No, you do give it to the runner. Newt, give me mate. Thanks. Yeah, Newt is a nice kitty sometimes. Oh, he needs water actually. I need to sort that out at some point. I may have to take a break to give him water at some point because he's struggling to drink it and I didn't realize it was so empty. Sorry, mate. Probably could have done that in the break. I may do that during one of my turns because it'll only take about 30 seconds to go get water for him. Maybe a bit longer, but basically like 30 seconds. And yeah, he's a nice kitty when he's not trying to claw his way up our backs, basically. When he does that, he's a less nice kitty. But when he's just being generally cat-like, he's fine. The jump up thing is really cute. He does it every time I come back in from being outside, for example. Even if I'm only gone for 15 minutes or whatever it is when I go to get coffee, he still does the jump up thing. Like a jumping hug. Ugh, frame rate is dying again, but it does keep coming back. So, pretty aggressive Dark Elf, totally on the his right-hand side, my left-hand side. Which kind of works, frankly. I mean, I could try and break through with Lycan, and I'm not gonna lie, that's not an impossible choice right now. Can I actually get around and get the witch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or here 8, GFI, GFI. We could actually try and blitz the witch, I think. No, we can't. Well, we can if we go through here, actually. No. Like that. So we might blitz the witch. But first things first, let's lock up some Dark Elves. And Hans comes back. This guy joins in the potential fight here. He's in the way there, though. And this guy comes back as well. Meaning that monster also comes back, actually. We'll have lots of players coming back for now. And then we'll try to blitz the witch. Will he let me? Yes, he will. We're going to get immediately return blitzed, of course, but I don't feel so bad having a wolf off this early on. Because if he focuses on blitzing the wolf back, then I gotta stop saying that things are gonna go well. Because every time I say it, the coach finds a way out of it. But if he does focus on blitzing the wolf off, he's gonna give up some position, especially if he does it with the ball carrier. Okay. Oh, blew the reroll. All right then. He did get wolf off though. You know, it's always fun getting a wolf off. That gives him some position ability, but not too much. So we go player for a player, but Lycan is guaranteed back, which elf is not guaranteed back. So I think we got the better deal out of that. Oh, I just realized I didn't play chess. Damn, I've probably lost some chess games now. Oh well. Yeah, so we'll see what happens off the back of this. That was a weird thing to suddenly say in chat. Sorry, I'm in a daily chess tournament and I just realized I haven't checked my chess yet today. So I've probably lost some games on time. Though I think the majority of them I finished in the evening, so it should be okay. Should be. We'll see. I'll check them after stream. It'll be fine. I suppose I can check them now when it's the opponent's turn, just to see if I'm still in some games. You gonna hear chess in the background? Oh no, I got 11 hours on the closest game. We're fine, we're fine. Never mind then. Nothing happened, nothing to see. And we have a fight with Dark Elves, which, you know, we always want as a bash-oriented team, which we primarily are. Primarily? That was a weird way of saying it. Primarily. New pronunciation for primarily. So, let's get you... I kind of want you there, to be fair, so let's stand you up. Let's stand you up. Let's stand you up. No, we'll keep you here, we'll knock you down, then we'll try and get the fleshy here. And then blitz with the ghoul. That's good. As much as I'd like to zombie splits, I don't think zombie splits is a good idea, so this has to be a break, otherwise I'm not using piling on. So we'll try and hit this Agi guy. That's good. Follow. That's also good. Just keep the ball nice and occupied. And try and take this 1 die so we can turn the blitzer into a 2 die. That'll do. That'll do nicely. So at least so far the wolf getting resurfed has helped us, but I thought we were in a good position against the Khemri and it turned around pretty quickly, so maybe this will happen here too. And Dark Elves are even more likely to do some... Well, it's less crazy with Dark Elves because it's more likely to work, so they're also likely to do some potentially dangerous things that work out. There isn't really good use for a wizard here. He's probably looking for a way to get into a scoring position because he's going to struggle to stall with the numbers as they stand. With equal numbers, essentially. I say struggle. That's not really the right word for a Dark Elf team, but basically he's got to do some work to get himself into a better position these next couple of turns. A more defensive position, basically. That's good. Not what he wanted, but that's great for me. This actually made it even harder for him to get away. Especially there. At least there he had to dodge through. Yeah, recipes staying down isn't the end of the world. And I don't know, we got Dark Elves in a bit of trouble here. At the moment, at least. It's not too hard to get out, but it's going to take him a couple of turns to solidify his position here. Unless the armor breaks go in favor again, of course. I'm probably blitzing with Flesh Golem this turn. Dirty player in support, blitz off the... block off the blitzer and then blitz into the runner. Time. Ooh, got away with it. Alright, he wants to blitz the ghoul, that's fine. I mean, that doesn't affect me as much as you'd think. I actually can't blitz with the fleshy, I just realized I need to blitz in this way then. Okay, we'll blitz in that way instead then, so we'll take this 1 dice. I should have gone in the support place where I said I was going to go with the support place, but never mind, too late. We can't take that 1 dice because it puts him in the way, which means we have to take this 1 dice, which is not ideal. Are we going to hand off? It's not a good handoff option, really. There is no good ball at the moment. Well, okay. Decided against it. That's not so bad. That's not so bad at all, actually. Then we do take this. And we roll, because we need Flesh Golem standing. That's fine. We're probably dodging out of white now. Or uphill dicing lineman, that's also an option. It's probably safer, actually. So yeah, I'll stand you up. We're going to save Ghoul from being served, whichever way it goes. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I should have taken that block, but never mind. Don't need to, necessarily. I mean, he can still blitz the ghoul if he really wants to, but it's going to require a little bit more work from him now. And the game is struggling again. But now we're doing okay. I made a mess of that, but I managed to actually get myself into a good position with the help of Nuffle a bit there. Because I really should have put this player here and blitzed that way, so I got the 2 dice on the carrier as opposed to the 1 dice that I ended up taking. This is what happens when you don't sleep a lot. You make strange decisions. Well, that's fine. That frees up 2 Dark Elves. Well, 1 Dark Elf and 1 that he probably doesn't want to free up, actually. He probably wants to block the ghoul. That frees up another 1 though, so we're taking block on the ghoul, probably. Blitzing this way. And picking up one of these 2. The non-agility busted guy, I guess. That would be sensible. Okay. Blitzing the ghoul as well. Fair enough. And he gets the POW, just for good measure. That's fine. So we're going to try and get the ball off the pitch in that case. Don't really want to rely on you and the dead though, so I'm probably going to rely on the rotter. He's going to be the guy who's going to deal with the ball, hopefully. And out of time. So, do I need you to do anything? No, no. I definitely don't need I definitely don't need you to do anything, so let's move you. We push you onto the ball, and then we see where the ball goes. Off the pitch, good. In the right direction, also good. Right then, so you stand up. You stand up. 2 down is fine. Knock down is better. Stay. It's the opposition drive, so we don't need to score, but we will put ourselves into a position to potentially score, at least. With 2 zombies. Using a GFI as well. We succeeded with the GFI, which means that we can also try and give ourselves some security here. We broke one. Was there an Apo? There was an Apo. But that one's not getting Apo'd. They're down to 11 at least. Potentially 10 if the witch doesn't come back, of course. Now we got to do some scrambling to save the ball. Or we could whiz it, I guess, but I don't think that's worth it. Depends how worried you are about me picking up, I guess. That makes sense. I don't plan to pick up with the zombies, to be fair, though. I actually plan to get Frankenstein in there. That also makes sense. I mean, you can blitz onto the ball and then try and rely on a decent scatter, or you can just get a zombie off the ball. That also works, unless he fails a dodge. That actually frees up my agility zombie, who I think I'll put in support, not actually in attack position right now. We'll just put more zombies on the ball, just make it as hard as possible to collect it. Get this guy off the ball. Need to reroll for that though. There we go, off the ball. Didn't want to go there. Did the thing where the mouse clicks up, but never mind. And I don't really need to do this block, so we'll save this until we've done the pickup. He's a strength 4 piece, so I do need to take this block. Okay then. Which means this guy comes in support. This guy does the wrestle, so we can potentially... Okay, never mind. I meant to say this guy does the blitz, so we can potentially get a 2 dice on the blitzer, but turns out we don't need it. That'll do. That's probably a fireball. Can we take the 1 dice? Not safely. Should we take the 1 dice anyway? Probably. Skull would be pretty bad here, to be fair, but it's only a skull that can affect us, so yeah, let's take the 1 dice. That's fine. It doesn't change anything. Didn't use the wizard. Kind of surprised by that. Maybe very surprised by that, actually. I mean, the fireball had the chance of frying his own player, but he could hit the top 3, or he could have just simply lightning bolted the white. One thing I've never explained actually when I've been streaming, if you use the wizard during your turn, it ends your turn, but if you do it at the start of the turn, it's fine. You can play afterwards. But if you do it during the turn, it's an issue. That's not good enough. That's unlucky. Well, it looks like we're ending the Dark Elf drive with a 1-0 to pet collection at the moment. At the moment is again the keyword though. Yeah, that's good enough. Means we can go up here. Can't get there, can't get there, can't get there now. The only one who can get there is him. Who we might actually end up stomping. Who we will almost certainly end up stomping. We will try the piling on first though. Nope. So we'll also try the mighty blow of the flesh column first. Also no. Do I need a reroll? I think we could have had a reroll so we can use it here. Stay. Good, that paid off. And then a nice friendly stomp on the face. Good enough. That secured the score, most likely. I mean, wizard can stop the score, so we've either blown the wizard or we've secured the score. Or both, actually. No, still hasn't used the... Does he remember he has a wizard? Maybe he's forgotten. Because that almost certainly should have been a wizard. Well, I don't know. Interesting. Interesting is often interesting. Sage words there. Interesting is often interesting. Makes perfect sense. We're going to get level up on the white at least. We already got level up on the ghoul. The only thing we're missing from this stream so far is a trophy. and some stable frame rate. It's been okay, I think, but I've had a couple of problems with the game frame rate mostly. Every now and then it's just clipping. I really need to replace this laptop, I'm aware. I'm very much aware. I think I gave it a little bit of life last night though, because pretty sure it's better than it was, but still not ideal. Okay, we're just gonna score. It's a score for the white. Suppose I could try lowering the settings even more, but not so sure that's necessary. That's good. Ooh, Chaos stay out. That's well, not a huge deal actually, because we're finishing off the drive when I think about it, so that's not the end of the world. Now a Dark Elf from the last game comes on, and we will bring the... no, we'll keep the piling on off for now. We'll give the Agility Plus piece a break, just so everybody gets a chance at MVP here. And yeah, I'm fine with the free zombies on the line. And we do go into my drive in the second half. So still plenty of potential for blood and death. Is he going to try in one turn? Looks like it. Well, good luck to the coach then. One turn is certainly possible. It's not ideal with the way that I've set up, but it's certainly possible. Now we look a bit confused though. Okay. It's not entirely clear what they're doing now. I can't see where they're blitzing from. That's all I'm missing from this equation. I can kind of see how the setup is working for them, but they're blocking off and then blitzing. Okay, that makes sense. They're blocking off and then blitzing in. Sure. Quick snap helps them actually. It's complicated with quick snap though. You didn't want to go there. Okay, I see. So blocking in there. Push, push. Yeah, he might have it. Not like that though. That's killed it. Well, you had the right idea. He did better than me. He set up correctly at least. And failed to pick up. Oh no. Man, who are we gonna break? We're gonna break this lineman, I guess. Because there's nobody else worth breaking. Can I get the ball? I could, but it's not worth it. I suppose we could break the runner. No, it's not worth breaking the runner. We're just gonna try and break this lineman, then that's our turn. That'll do. It's a good thing we took block last turn. Zombie splits. Nope. Alright then. On to our drive. Maybe we get to kill some Dark Elves, but it does kind of depend on what comes back for them as well. Ooh, buff KO's back. That's really good for the Dark Elves. I wish they wouldn't leave Hans on the line. I think I need to change his position in the team apparently. But no, he's position 4, so he should be automatically on the line. Why do they keep putting him off the line? Well, we'll see. But yeah, we might give one of the zombies we don't care about a break this round then, because, well, we don't care about them. Not our turn yet. Trying to move things when there's no option to move. Alright. So then. Push you up, push you up. Get you back on the pitch. Pylon there, pylon there. With dirty player support, and take a block there. Get a jealous piece in this position actually, and then Ghoul can go right back and sit on that half a face. Incoming kick. And very sunny. Alright, we got a wolf ball. And probably actually going to come in here, but let's try this first. Nope. In which case then we definitely come round with the ghoul. Not ghoul, the golem. I think it's probably going to go around as well, but we're not going to do that just yet. That's good though. Ooh, there goes Choco. Second lineman injury to give us a little bit of support there. And bring you in. We'll do a sort of half cage situation because we do have to worry about the wizard. So we'll do a very wide cage. Well, I call it a cage, but it's not really a cage, to be fair. Yeah, that's a shame. Kind of wanted to move him out of the way. And then get a foul on, but the foul isn't happening, so we instead stay put. Knock out a second elf. That's really good. And then hold position with the last piece. Hold you here. And give support with the push. Well, if we can keep up the attrition, we'll be absolutely fine here. Though I may go for a relatively quick second score as well. Just try and take advantage of the right-hand side. It's got to be a bit aware of the wizard, that's all. Because last time I wasn't aware of the wizard, they destroyed half the team. And obviously we don't want to see that happen again. Maybe we do. Maybe we do want to see that happen again, actually. That might be even more fun. So maybe we do want to see them blow up the team again. That'd be great. Kill a second ghoul. Knock off the white and the wolf. Sounds fine. Can blitz this guy. Now it's harder to blitz this guy. So probably won't. We can pile on the runner though, which is pretty nice. Okay, yeah, sure. That's not going to work though. Oh, we blew the reroll on the loner. I don't blame him for it, but yeah, that was asking quite a lot. All right, we're going this way now then. So we lock up you. I may actually blitz through the Witcher here, to be honest. Can I get you onto the Witch? I can. I can get you onto the Witch like that, but I don't really want to. Or I can just get you kind of in the way. Alright, we'll give them the surf option on the white, but we'll make it a little bit more tricky for them. And get the ghoul here. Nah, I'm gonna blitz the blitzer. Try and do some damage with the wolf. Originally I had a slightly different idea, but I've gone for this instead now. That's fine. That's also fine. Probably should have gone the other way, but never mind. I got a break anyway, so we're fine. I'm going to try and foul with our wrestle piece, probably, and then move the blitzer into a position to lock off the ball, basically. But first we need to pile on this runner, which so far is a success. Nope, stuck with the stun. That didn't really work, so we bring you round. Sorted. Went straight for the blitz option, which is I don't know, which is kind of giving up the game. And failed it anyway. I keep saying blitz when I mean surf. Went for the surf option, which is kind of giving up the game, and it failed anyway. The blitz succeeded. That's not as annoying as it looks. That's fine. We're locking up a piece that we don't really need to lock up, and we're having frame rate issues again, but there you go, it's fixed itself. Okay. I'm not sure what the plan was there. So we'll just keep the witch occupied, we'll keep the blitz occupied, and just move into a safer position with Lycan, basically. That'll do. That will do nicely. I guess we take one reroll. Yeah, we bring you around here. We bring you here. Finally needs to take a reroll, so we will. It's fine. Means we can take this. And follow. Still just a stun. These Dark Elves don't want to die. And zombie splits here. Have I used my blitz? I haven't, have I? Okay, we'll blitz the witch then. That was the least important thing, to be fair. Yeah, let's go here. Just to get out of the way, mostly. This game is going pretty well so far. He still hasn't used the wizard, which is a bit weird. I'm going to assume he's forgot he's got a wizard, because there have been a few times where he absolutely should have used it. And he's not going to get 3 back for certain. He's not even very likely to get 2 back at this stage. Up he goes. Okay then. Let's make it a little bit more difficult for him to get through, basically. I could have gone there actually, and I think I will. And plug that gap. Just going to save ourselves a couple of turns, or at least to Get rid of the wizard, which you absolutely should be using now. I'm going to try and blitz the witch off the pitch. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Off goes the witch. Blitz our way to victory, basically. And I guess we take this one dice, because why not? That's fine. We don't get served that way. And we get carried anyway. That's fine. What do the Dark Elves do now? We could potentially serve the runner next turn, and we probably will. Yeah, fine. We don't need to serve them, to be fair. Try and move this guy into a serve position too. Then we're good. I would say there's not so much the Dark Elves can do, but I mean they're just prioritizing the wrong things at the same time. So I have mixed sympathy for this game. Some of it has simply been strange decision making, and some of it has been bad luck. Things like that, so I don't really get what he's going for when he does that kind of thing. I guess we can afford to take a block here. Just a push though. You take a 1 die with a white. If he gets knocked down, not the end of the world. Move the ghoul first though, just so this guy can't get out easily. Push is fine. Next turn we score. Because otherwise he's going to use the wizard on the last turn, so we're going to take the score. We'll probably go into this game 2-1. 2-0, sorry, even. Maybe 2-1, but probably 2-0. Foul on the white. At this stage, why not, I guess? Got the power on Hans. That is fine. Yeah, this game's been a weird one. I don't know what to make of some of this, but well, we'll take the wins where we get them. Oh, he's actually trying to get to the ball now. Just took him all game to do so, and he can't even get there. I was going to score anyway. And fail the GFI with some laggy framework there. Alright. 2-0 to the pet collection. It's basically secured the win. I mean, there are very small chances in which he can still claw this back, but I basically just secured our fifth or third or fourth, sorry, fifth or fourth win. Which one of the two? I don't remember which. Yeah, just one KO back. I'm fine with him trying the one die because that means I get to try and break his team again on turn 16. The one turn, sorry, because then I tried to break his team again on turn 16. But I don't know. I am pretty sure the coach has given up on this fight already. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, he's decided to fight as opposed to trying to score, it looks like. Just trying to get one back. Off we kick. Nice weather will hopefully save the frame rate again, because the extra weather effects have a pretty big effect on what happens. Just random wizard at the end, sure. Didn't really do much. We've only got one turn to get a trophy as well. I don't like my chances of getting it, but we'll see. Come on, game, play nice. Alright. Sideline cage. Looks like it. We're probably going to try and break our way into it, to be honest. Okay, don't even need to. He gave up on the sideline cage. We'll surf the ball carrier then. Yeah, misclick, okay. To be honest, it doesn't change much at this point, but it still sucks whenever misclicks happen, of course. I'm just basically trying to stop him from getting any good blocks at the moment. Bring Frankenstein back as well, I guess. Just out of the way, mostly. No, we need this, actually. game. Well, the coach was nice enough to say good game. It's been a bit of a rough one for him, but nice of him to at least give that pleasantry at the end. No, there's no no surf. And no kill. And we don't need the ball. Last chance. Well, unless he fails a dodge and dies, but other than that, last chance. No. Alright, it was a bit of a quiet one, but it was a good win for the pet collection. The 2-0 win. we got a level up on the white as well, which was one of the things that we wanted. The only one he can score over is the one who's standing. It looks like he's going to try it. You could blitz through, that is a way of doing it. Blitz through and then pass with one of the down pieces. It's actually safer than trying to grab the ball and go through. No, not like that though. I suppose you could technically get this guy in for the ball, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. And I mean, I just stand firm, so... that one's not going to work. Okay, or I go down. Well, I'm going to have a quick look to see if I can find somebody to hand you guys off to, because we're going to finish after this game. And generally speaking, that part takes a little while. When it doesn't have to. I suppose we could go Sir Pickles. We could go Juvasek. Could go Daddlequist again. No, I'll probably hand you over to Sir Pickles when we're done with levels up and stuff. Assuming that he's still going when I finish. Well, got MVP on Ewan, which doesn't change anything actually, but I think I got at least one level up on the white, and we'll see if we picked up anything else. So if you do want to level up, then prepare yourself now. It's not going to take me long, but I do need to kill some gold. Yeah, this is Frankenstein. There's nobody else to level. Oh crap, where'd he go? It was that guy, huh? Yeah. We don't want Virigard the Barber. And let's do the slow roll on Frankenstein then. Where are we? Where are we on stream? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that should be that should be enough time, I guess. Well, I mean, we got a strength up on our white. This team is getting back to power position. Yeah, it's more than enough time. So we're taking the plus strength. Good. Alright then, thank you for hanging around to the end, everybody who did, and thank you for hanging around even at the beginning, anyone who did, and of course anyone watching on YouTube, I thank you for that as well. We're going to raid into Sir Pickles. So, as always, be nice when you get there, say hi, and enjoy some XCOM 2. It is just Sir Pickles, isn't it? Yes. DRRU? What? Okay. See you later. Be nice to Sir Pickles, okay? Bye bye guys. Have a good day.